Tiny house update. Here we are. They have almost completely sheathed the what we call the outback. They've got the balcony built and the opening for the garage door, which we will be waiting on because it costs 70% more. Supply chain issues are a real thing post COVID. A 2x4 used to be like $2.50, and now it can be $8. That's a lot of inflation. So we're gonna have to wait on the garage door and do something that doesn't look temporary but may be temporary. I'm gonna do a quick tour and then talk a little bit about some of the decisions we have made. So going into the main opening, here is the maker space art studio with the balcony above, bathroom, and like an understair storage unit. Just behind the stairs is the doorway to both the bathroom and the office. The office will have one window, and this is going to be French doors that match up with our existing French doors in our home. Here's the lofted area, lots of light, those big windows, and our staircase, which is so cute with this little twisty stairs at the bottom. So last night was the first time that we've actually gotten up into the second story since they built the stairs, and it's just funny to see this on paper for so long and not really know how it's going to look or feel. This is a 8 by 16 foot landing, which will ultimately be our kitchen, but for now is going to be kind of a reading nook hangout area, connected to another 12 by 12 room with a little balcony that peers over the top of our house. And I just wanted to share a few of our decisions and kind of plans for this house. We made the decision to get as far as we can, finance the first portion of it, which will include a completed office space downstairs on the interior, and the full exterior will be finished. But this inside will remain a lot like this, with just studs, no insulation or drywall for the foreseeable future. We plan to, as soon as we can, finish this off to be able to be a little more comfortable, but certainly hoping that it will be usable for us to just hang out. It's like a garage, right? So we're just going to use it like a studio garage, excess space to hang out. When we decided to build the house, we definitely needed the space for living, and especially for the office, and art tools and materials and things like that. We don't have a garage. We have a laundry closet. It's not even a laundry room. So all of our hardware and everything is either in the attic or in this laundry closet. So some of those things will go in this space, but we needed the living space on one level, but we also were really thinking about retirement and how we could stay in the neighborhood long term. And thinking about families like ours, you know, we moved into the neighborhood when one of us, Mike, was working. I was staying at home raising babies. And he's a social worker. I'm an art teacher. And so people in our demographic could get into our neighborhood when we moved in, but can't really now. And so we were also thinking just that from a inclusion, diversity standpoint of keeping more diversity in our neighborhood, and people who are able to, or who are in a different income bracket, being able to move in and rent. And so ultimately we plan to really finish this nicely, and either we will move back here and have a conversion van and be either on the road or here kind of in our retirement years, or possibly sooner, or and rent the main house to a young family, or we'll rent this back house to maybe a young professional, a new teacher, or something like that. So that was kind of our hope in the two different phases. We were able to find a builder who would work with us in those two phases. So he's not, demanding we finish and he's done with us. He's going to continue to work with us as we're ready to add the different stages. We decided to hire an architect because we had so many different needs for these different spaces at different times. We hired someone who kind of had that in mind the whole time. We also compared several architects, interviewed several different people, talked to even a design firm who would have done the visual walkthrough, like in one of the house shows where you get the reveal from a like an animated perspective. But all that costs a lot of money. We selected someone who was kind of mid-range. So rather than just pull some plans off the internet, which would have been a lot cheaper, we also didn't go with the design team who wanted 10% of the total cost of the final build, which would have been a lot of money. So we found John, who's just walked every step of the way with us. It was definitely an investment, so it was not cheap, but we feel really, really great about the value that we have gotten from the money that we put into the architecture plans. And John, he's great. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about specifics. We did build, ours is 750 square feet because we have a kitchen. So in Atlanta, if you have a kitchen, you can build up to 750, which is a limitation for some people. For us, it was maximizing what we could do, because the flip side, if you just build a different type of structure without a kitchen, and you have a larger home, that is based on the square footage of your home. So I think 30% of your home can be this other thing. Ours is called an ADU, accessory dwelling unit. So you may want to look into that if you wanted more than 750 and you don't care about a kitchen. For us, because we're building a kitchen, it's helping us to get a little bit more space. So any of those technical questions that you have, just send me a private message. Or if you want suggestions or recommendations, I'm happy to lend you my knowledge. It's certainly a big process without a lot of pathways forged that are like clear. And I don't feel like there's somebody that you can hire that will just be like, here's all the stuff you need to do. So I'm volunteering to just be whatever kind of consultant for free that you would like to just hash out some of these ideas. Just send me a private message or give me a call, and I'd love to talk about it with you.